Hi, this is Don Farber with VineyardSoft Corporation, and I'd like to welcome you to this training session on the KnowledgeSync solution. The topic for this session will be the configuration of an event's schedule. That is, how often KnowledgeSync is going to check for the corresponding event's business conditions. Now, it's worth noting that although the vast majority of KnowledgeSync events utilize schedules, it's also possible to configure an event to make use of what are called database triggers. And for details on utilizing database triggers with KnowledgeSync events, please refer to the knowledge base available from the VineyardSoft website. Now we're going to continue working in our ERP or accounting application, and we're going to take a look at an event that identifies and responds to overdue invoices. Please note that if an event has a schedule currently associated with it, that schedule will be displayed for you right from the main Event Manager window. For now, let's open up this event and jump right to its Schedule tab. Now, KnowledgeSync comes pre-configured with roughly a dozen schedules that you can choose from. And of course, you can add additional schedules to this list. However, I'd like to take just a couple of moments to talk about some of the pre-configured schedules that ship with KnowledgeSync. There is a schedule called Every Minute, and you can make use of it. But since this schedule is going to run in a very frequent basis, we recommend that this schedule not be used with events that are returning or analyzing a very large set of database records, such as hundreds of thousands or millions of records, as that would put an undue burden on the resources of the KnowledgeSync server. There is also a schedule called None. We recommend that you use the schedule called None for when you wish to test an event before it's put into a production environment. For you can choose the schedule None, and then if you wish to test the event or run it just once to see how it goes, you can utilize the two options at the top of the KnowledgeSync Event Manager window. The Test This Now option will not actually run the event, but will rather pop up a web browser window and show you what would have happened had the event itself actually been run. To the left of that option is one called Schedule This Now, as this option will allow you to run an event once, right now, and make sure that it's performing as expected. Again, before putting an event into production, we recommend that you use a schedule called None. Finally, at the very bottom of the list of pre-configured schedules is one called When Email Arrives. Now, KnowledgeSync events not only have the ability to monitor conditions within an application database, they also have the ability to monitor the content of incoming email messages. And if you have configured an event to do this kind of email monitoring, that event should make use of the schedule called When Email Arrives. However, let's put this event back to running every day at 9 o'clock in the morning and talk about how you can both edit this schedule as well as create new schedules of your own. To create a new schedule, it's simply a matter of clicking on the button of that same name. We're going to click on Edit this schedule to show you the various options that you have both when customizing an existing schedule as well as creating new ones. Every schedule allows you to specify its name or description. And if you do not want the events using a schedule to start running until you've reached a certain date, you can specify that as well. For example, if you don't want those events using a particular schedule to start until the first date of the next year, you can put that January 1st date within this field. Once you've filled out those two pieces of information, you're able to choose from the frequency of the schedule, and based upon the frequency that you choose, you'll be asked to fill out some additional information, such as every how many minutes or hours or the day of the week on which the schedule is supposed to run. In addition to those two pieces of information, you're also able to specify what's referred to as the allowed range for every schedule. The allowed range allows you to specify the months of the year, the days of the week, and in fact the hours of the day during which a schedule is eligible to submit its events. Because you might have some events that you wish to run 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and yet you might have other events that you only wish to run on work days, Monday through Friday, and only between work hours, such as 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and so the allowed range tab gives you that option. Let's now return to our main schedule tab for this event. After you select a schedule, the full detailed description of what that schedule is and when it runs will appear in the box titled Scheduling Information. Beneath that box is a check option titled Should this run on a holiday? In the KnowledgeSync Administrator module, you have the ability to define what days are holidays for your organization. You can specify the holidays for a given year, as well as specify those days that always are holidays on any successive year. What this checkbox controls is whether or not this particular event is going to get submitted if the date that the submission is due to occur on is also defined as a holiday in the KnowledgeSync system. If you do have this box checked, that means that this event will always run according to its schedule, even if its scheduled date falls on a date that you've identified as a holiday. Now, the last option in the Schedule tab is referred to as Add Dependency. And the Add Dependency function allows you to link one event to another in KnowledgeSync. Now, although you can utilize this Add Dependency function, we strongly recommend that instead of using this option, that you utilize the option called Job Streams within the KnowledgeSync Navigator module, as the Job Stream module is a more recent enhancement that allows the linking of multiple events together in a dependency format. So once again, although you can use this Add Dependency function here, using the Job Stream function within the Navigator module allows you to graphically link and customize the order in which events are going to be submitted, again referred to as Job Streams, and this subject is covered in a separate training session specifically covering Job Streams in the KnowledgeSync Navigator module. And so with that, let's click on Save and Close to save this event and its schedule. And with that, I'll thank you very much for your time and attention with this KnowledgeSync training session. And I very much look forward to speaking with you in a future training session. Thanks very much.